Hello everyone. In the previous video, I was talking about the general structure of the current Figma files and libraries. Now let's start looking at each file or library individually. And of course, we will start from our main UI space, UI library, and from our main library, it's UI Components. I have already opened it. So this is the first page. Let's have a look at the structure of the pages. On the left side, in the first category, as you can see, some general items placed here: onboarding, how to become a contributor, our news and release notes, etc. Then next area is the themes. As I mentioned, we have 4 themes, and Loveship has 2 modes, light and dark. The other ones has only one light mode. Next category is foundation, and it means that our principles, the basis of our design system, placed here. Yes, some variables, guidelines, elevation, surfaces, empty states, etc. And below, you can find all our general components. And scroll down, how many they are. Then small category about inputs, our text inputs and other select inputs. And the last one is small part about patterns. So this is our main navigation categories on the left side. On the right side, you will see our text styles, color styles, and here only additional palette and gradients. All colors you will find in variables, but we'll talk about it a bit later. And also shadows placed here. So let's start from our first page. It's getting started. How to start use our library, and here you can find the small instruction how to add the library into your project file, how to download or where to download our font pack, and with the link, and how to select a needed theme. Next frame, this is our essential files and libraries, just to again highlight our main files that have to be read from our designers. And next frame, this is our table of content. This is essentially our which content we have. Pretty the same that we have in the left navigation, but maybe in a bit handy view. And foundation principles and our components in Loveship Light theme. Yeah, but nevertheless, you can navigate from here to go to the necessary page, and also the components are clickable. Yeah, or if you want, for example, to drill down to typography for electric theme, you can click on it. Next frame. This small section, it's about our digest, and it's no longer supported apparently for about a year. I created it for greater involvement of designers from the project into your libraries updates. Normally, I joined each design stream, because internal products has streams, for example, finance stream or media stream, and during their weekly calls, I had joined them and shared all our news and updates from this digest. So every designer was aware of the latest UUI Figma updates. And the last one section here is design review. We had an activity where every designer could ask to have their design reviewed for compliance with UUI patterns. And this review includes mostly comparison with current visual UUI patterns rather than UX patterns. All right, let's move on. That's it from our first page, onboarding for projects. This we have two widgets for projects, or maybe group of projects, or even streams. Every designer could take these widgets, copy them into their Figma file, and fill them in as needed. Yeah, but first widget, this is like here we combined all necessary information about UUI library state, how to get started, the most common links to our main component library with lines, patterns, illustration files, etc. We like proposed to copy this widget as is to Figma project files, and the second one, this widget, it's about the project itself. Yeah, and where every designer can fill out information about the project as they see fit. This is just a template, so they can quickly, so that when another designer joins the project, and then can quickly onboard themselves by reviewing the project description from this Figma widget. Yeah. Because we are like we have a lot of prepared ways how to onboard the newcomers and start using UUI into internal projects. Yeah. And about the content of this widget, it's the newcomer can observe here like project code and which theme this project uses, like kind of in this case it's Loveship theme. Yeah, and link with to the principles of this theme, and all other helpful stuff for onboarding can be placed here by project designers. Links to getting started, to some icons, to copy project pages, to project QA, environment, etc. All right. The other page, it's all about how to become a contributor. Here our designers can find all information about where to write or whom to write to start a contributor, and which steps to take, and so on. Release notes are an important part of our like delivery process, updates the delivery process. And I constantly fill this out when I publish some components, some updates from our components, some changes, improvements, and we write the date, title of components, which component is affected, and accordingly the text of the change. This is roughly, yeah, okay, let's move forward to the next page. This is our roadmap. It's approximate our plans, so all our users can can come here and understand what task will be done soon. Oh, all right, this is our first category. It's onboarding. Let's move to themes. And we'll start with the classic Loveship Light theme. So, Loveship Light, this is our one of the most, or perhaps the very first theme which was created in the UUI. Previously, by the way, Loveship Light was called like UUI 3, and Promo theme was named UUI 4. But actually, many designers and users was looking for UUI 5 version, but numbers, it's not correct name of these libraries. All these libraries like living in a parallel, and Loveship Light not such kind of outdated rather than promo. And then we discussed and agreed to get rid of numbers and keep only text. I mean only names of these themes without numbering. Good. So, and things get a bit more interesting here for a specific designer, because here we finally moved on to components in general and the main principles of the design system. And the first one, this is a 6-pixel module. Everything is a multiple of 6 pixels. Not 4. Yeah, don't ask me why. This is kind of legacy, and we cannot change it, but we have already created a new theme with 4 pixel models. And if you are an external product, you can ask us, and we can share with you these capabilities, all theme for 4 pixels mode, module mode. But internal products uses only 6 pixels module. Next one is rounded angles, and this theme is characterized by rounded corners. For most of components, they are minimal, like 3 pixels for inputs and buttons, and for some cars and models, drop-downs, it's 6 pixels and even more. Sizing and spacing, and also multiple of 6. Spacing sometimes can be multiple of 3 pixels. Okay, and component variety like kind of existing in the UI library, because we have a lot of we have like a lot of component sizes, and for basic interfaces it can be used like 36 size for buttons, for example, and 18 size for radio and checkboxes. For compact interfaces, there can be used more um, the components in the more compact sizes, like 24 or 20. And the last one, this is interesting because we try to combine promo elements for kind of visual landing pages, because UUI is mostly used for like classic interfaces and not for promo ones, not for some landing pages. But sometimes we do landing pages on our internal products too, and in this case we like just created components for big components with big sizes, like 60 size or 48 size for buttons or inputs, so they can be used on like for call to actions on the main screen of landing pages, and also for the same reason, the promo headlines exist in our libraries. All right, that's it that we have for Loveship Light theme here. For Loveship Dark, the pretty similar principles are applied. Yeah, but just have to mention about that we recommend and actually applied one more principle for Loveship Dark theme. It's bordered more visible borders for overlapping components, such kind of models and drop downs and tooltips. Yeah, because this is the most um, um, helpful thing. I mean strokes, visible strokes, rather than drop shadows in the dark theme. Great. Let's go to another page, and finally colors. Colors, we have six colors per one color palette, and this is like our base color palette. As I said previously, we have semantic colors, no, semantic variables, but firstly there is like initial color palette with non-semantic names, kind of with like sky, gray, sun, yeah, and it's placed here. So what should we mention here? Um, yeah, this is our original base for variables for the next level of our semantic colors. Yeah, I will show all these details a bit later in variables window, so it will be more interesting and more easy to get. So, and yeah, four like initial color themes in Loveship Light theme, and in Loveship Dark also the same one. Let's continue with the light palette. What also you can find here is night theme. I mean, it's our like grayscale palette, and also additional palette for components where the basic colors are insufficient. And yeah, I forgot to mention that we have like naming. It starts from 5, yeah, and ended with 17. And the main color is 50. And this, what does it mean? Main color. Main color, it's color which uses in the most of our main components in a normal state. Yeah, like in the buttons, on checkboxes, switches, etc. Yeah, and in our night palette, here you can find also like a palette name, and grayscale should be more than only 6 colors. It doesn't enough for grayscale, but for additional colors, same approach applies for main colors. All right, let's move to our Loveship Dark theme, and here I will explain a bit the dark theme color logic to compare with light theme. The exception of the dark theme, it's our color palette here also have 6 colors, but it starts from the dark one because the main color is the darkest rather than in the light theme. Yeah, in the light theme we start with the most light color. And it's kind of like mirrored in the logic of brightness. And the very first color, it's darkest. And this applies to bright colors used in main components, primarily button types like primary or accent. And uh, um, um, to give you a bit more details, for example, for the light theme, this color will be in normal state. This one in the hover. This is the pressed one. And in the dark theme, this one also like normal color. This one is hover. This is the pressed state. And um, uh, it's created to support the main logic of the palette creation. Dark theme created starting from the dark one and ends with light one. So it's logical. All right. Also, this like uh, remark refers to accessibility concerns. We'd like to see the white label on our components in the dark theme. That's why we should fit our accessibility rules. But this theme, we have to mention, not for every color we compliance with accessibility with AA level. In terms of manual visual style, if we will suit AA levels at least, the visual of our applications will be worse, I think. And there is a need to create like separate theme for contrast with contrast mode to support all needed um, um, all needed rules for accessibility. All right. Below you can find the same structure for all our palettes for Loveship dark theme. Let's move further, and this is the most interesting. This is our semantic variables grid lines. Yeah, they are specifically used in our components and which we instruct designers to use directly, not the color palettes, but semantic variables. And yeah, some maybe like general rules. Designers should not use the standard palette, as I mentioned, yes, sky, grace, and they must use primary, secondary, etc. And to be honest, this non-semantic color palette is not um, they are unavailable for designers. I mean, it's hidden from the search in the our variables. And let's continue with variables. Here we have neutral grayscale, yes, with some more with most semantic name of this palette. Yeah, with the semantic palette, it's neutral, and below all semantic main palettes also placed here. And yeah, if I will zoom in a bit, you will see that how it structured. Here we have like variable name, then variable value, color value, and then the ls or for which palette we reference here. I mean, for which color from the non-semantic palette. Yeah, for example, neutral 5 refers to night 50 for Loveship light theme. And the same approach for main colors. for main semantic colors. Primary 5, it's hex color, hex code, and it refers to palette sky 5 from our non-semantic palette. Yeah. And here also we have like 6 colors in variables, same number from our non-semantic base. Yeah, and we agreed that at some point of time previously we agreed that 6 colors should be enough for our main components. But yeah, you can observe here, so it's start from 5, then 10 and 20, then 50. So every project, if you decide that it does not enough for you, you can add some more colors here. Like for example, material 2 did. Yeah, but you can create like 10 colors for your theme and then choose primary or secondary color from these palettes. Yeah, but let's continue. Yeah. From semantic perspective, I have to highlight that we have like 2 groups of semantic tokens. They are used in our main components and used kind of for our actions. It's primary, secondary, accent, and critical ones. Then below we also have 4 color palettes to deliver some state of the context. Yeah, it's info, success, warning, and error. And from color perspective, you can see here, so some colors are the same for Loveship Light theme and for Loveship Dark too. To be honest, for example, accent and success, critical and error, primary and info. For Loveship Light theme and for EPAM internal products, this is okay, so they can be the same. Yeah, because the EPAM brand has such colors like blue and accent for in the brand of our products of our company, and that's why accent and primary the same with info had the same values with info and success, and it's actually simplified our support. But as I said previously, UUI library used also not only for internal products and for external ones. And this means that some product has a primary brand color, for example, violet or yellow or magenta. Yeah, and accent color can be different also. Yeah, it's all based on the brand itself. It's all based on the brand main colors. Yeah, but in the main cases, the second group I think should be the same for the main for the most of the product. Info, success, warning, and error. It's should be known and acknowledge. I mean, it should be easy to identify by the user states of these stages of interface or some UI step. Yeah, it can be in warning state. Normally, it's orange or yellow. Error state normally red for the most of products. Okay, but I think we will discuss tokens and variables detailed a bit later. It's our semantic variables. And this same you can find for semantic tokens. And maybe one small note regarding neutral palette. In the light theme, you can see that there are many like lighter colors, yeah, that started from the white and ends with some kind of light gray, yeah. But in the dark theme, this vice versa. I think the darkest theme, the darkest gray colors, this represent in more count rather than more light ones, because the main color is darker. I mean app background. Okay. Also below in this section you will see some categories with other art tokens like surfaces, controls, icons, links, but I will skip it for now and we will come back it when we will continue with variables. So let's go to typography section. It's this here you can find how our styles looks like, which styles we have, like promo headlines for promo pages, and I'm sorry, and for the landing pages, then headlines category, then text like for our body, and accent for titles and subtitles. Same one for dark theme, and on the right side also there is a bit of mapping showing where each style is used, and specifically the styles are written out accordingly to our fonts. Also, a bit right here we have some instructions and guidelines how to apply our typography in some text areas. Great. And this is the main information about our Loveship Light and Loveship Dark theme, the principles and their capabilities, styles, and how it built. Good. Next one is our promo theme, and we covered all Loveship Light and Dark theme, and this theme uses for the main count of our internal applications. I think this is our currently main theme. Promo theme was created a bit later, and it was created approximately 5 years ago and to be used primarily for external products that are based on UUI. And maybe more accurately to say, this project was created not only for EPAM employees, and to be aligned with updates of our EPAM brand at that time. And for the same purposes, was created electric theme. It was created 1 year and 6 months ago. Yeah, it's kind of like theme was created to change promo one. But I also will explain some details about promo principles. Then if this theme was created for external products, for external users, we have to support like more serious view of our company toward this user category. Yeah, to compare with Loveship Light. Loveship Light is for employees, for internal users. They should be more fancy and more user friendly from visual perspective, of course. And that's why, based on these tasks, we applied straight angles for our components, to make it more serious. and for the other ones, the capabilities, the same rules applies from 6 pixels module, from spacing, from component sizes, totally the same approach. So color palette became, it's interesting, more contrast one. It became more accessible for our users, but in terms of to be more serious one, yeah, semantic tokens. It's the same approach for Loveship Lite. I mean that we have neutral. It refers to non-semantic color palette. Yeah, and we have primary, secondary, and so on, which refers to non-semantic main palette. Typography. Regarding typography, the main difference that is the use of the Museo's Lab font for our promo headlines, and Museo's Lab font also, as for promo headlines, as for headline. Yeah, but we left like main type for components. It's Source Sans Pro. Okay, and on our right side, same structure, same table with our typography for promo theme. And I think that's it. Talking about promo theme, let's move to electric. And electric theme is one might say the replacement for the promo theme. We have not been supporting or rather developing promo for the last 2 years, yeah, but we still support it minimally. I mean, talking about promo theme. Yeah, communication has not been issued to thieves of support for the promo theme because it's still used of many internal products. Okay, if we switch it off, it would be determined to at least 10 projects. So regarding the principles of our electric theme, it uses same approach. Yeah, we have 6 pixels per module, also rounded angles like in Loveship dark theme. Yeah, same for sizes and spacing for component size variety. And here we have new principle for our icons. So it's more contrasting icons or actions that consist only of an icon. For example, icon button, yeah, or maybe some drop down with icons. Yes, of course, it's based on our updated color palette. I will show it a bit later. And why we did it? Because EPAM.com, our main brand and main website, was updated, so it has kind of visual principles, also like more contrast actions and gradients, and interesting from visual perspective approaches. Yeah. And all these rules, we applied all these principles, which at least try to apply it for basic interfaces, for basic internal products, and that's why icons and actions also has like more contrast palette. Next one, a new principle of this theme includes like promo headers and examples of promo headers that replicates the visual techniques from EPAM.com. Along with thinner fonts, gradients in text, highlighted with a heavier font weight, yeah, and these are not yet the final set of principles. We lacked the full capacity, to be honest, to finalize and supplement the principles for the electric theme, and they are still being developed or improved as the theme is applied to new or existing projects. All right, but yeah, we also have some more examples for electric. It's navigation examples with bordered and with borders and gradients in them. In the main tab, we have gradient border, and if you want to enable it from our components, you should find these properties in our components and enable it only for electric theme. Yeah, and bordered buttons with gradients. It's kind of a call to action, which can be used only on the dark theme. Only on the dark background. And one more example with give a badge button for our Heroes portal. All right, give me a second, please. Rounding and gradients, some like, rules. So it should be equal. To be honest, we have already increased it to 20 pixels. Yeah, about gradients and our cards. This like our principles for electric theme. Square corners forbidden. Yeah, it's of course should be more smooth corners in the theme, and a gradient border can be applied for cards. Yeah, it's better suited for promotional sites or landing pages, not for the for classical products itself. Some of the rules with examples how to not use our gradients. Backgrounds. In this theme, we try to create like more light visual style, and the transparent backgrounds can be applied here, and radial blurs for the dark theme can be used here. Not for the dark theme, but for the light theme, we also placed here example of radial blurs, same as it used on our EPAM.com site. Great. What else we have here? Small part about dark backgrounds, yeah, and and some components and colors that can be used only on the dark background. For example, this color for switch and for switch that can be placed only on the dark background, for example, in the footer or on some part of interface. Also, this like call to action button, which can be used also only on dark background, and this color that can be used only on dark theme, only on dark background. So also some additional like examples for sections or cards that it can be with bordered gradient, and without drop shadow, or if you want to like keep more traditional approach, you can use gradients in this theme. All right, let's move to electric color palette. And here we have like new color names, electric color and emerald, which created for the main actions, for the main components of this theme. Yeah. And night palette, I think we keep the same as from Loveship light theme. And gradients you can see here. And additional palette same as in Loveship light theme. And also I forgot to mention that Chroma theme also has the same colors for additional colors, like the Loveship light theme. Semantic theme, same approach, but new colors. Yeah, for primary one it's became this like blue, more dark blue, and emerald it's new color uses here. In typography, here we keep uses Museo Sans font for our promo headlines, and for headlines too. And for our body component and components text, it's Source Sans Pro, as in the previous themes. So, and also like small table or section with typography capabilities of our headlines. Yeah, and talking about this like mapping of our styles, I think this is the correct one table, yeah, of our styles which used in typography. All right. The last page we have here from in this section, it's app examples. Yeah, to finalize the themes category. So here we test components that are updated directly in the library, yeah, in our UUI Components library. For example, we updated some component, and we can come here and take a look at how this component affected all our application. Or, for example, it can be application of some internal projects. So this space exists in the firstly for testing purposes. Yeah, and also there is a document from containing various components on the page. Yeah, for observing. Not all sizes included in this screenshot in this app example. Yeah, we can see here some our main menu, horizontal tab bar, pages, buttons, bar chart, text, alerts, some pages and buttons and some widgets, and a table with notification card placed here on this specific component on this specific screen. Yeah, and for all four themes, these examples exist for Loveship Dark, for Chroma, and Electric ones. Yeah. What else we have here? Also some example for of our form, yeah, with inputs mainly, with our text inputs, text area, with speaker input, with numeric inputs, date picker input, etc. Then we have a table, and then we have our landing page. Okay, and also another purpose of this page is um, to test our new to test branded that are out of EPAM internal products. For example, what does it mean? For example, we should create one brand library for external product, and in this case, we duplicate UUI Components library, and in the duplicated file, we are setting up all variables um, um, to create branded external library. Yeah, and also for to quickly have a look how this external brand colors and some principles apply to an application. We can test visually all these changes. See here, for example, if we change the font type for different one, we can quickly see how this looks like in entire application or in possible entire application. Of course, external products can be different ones, but in general, we can see how it looks like. Great. Yeah, I think that's it for this session. Yeah, we covered two categories in UUI. UI components library. It's onboarding and themes. And in the next video, we will continue with our next category. It's foundation. Yeah, and we will continue with our variables. So thank you and see you in the next video. Bye bye.